Hey guys, Drew here, back with another video, doing another SCFR recap, and we're not going anywhere just yet, as the Edmonton Oilers win 5-1 over the Florida Panthers. Awesome game played by the Edmonton Oilers. I've gotta say, the past 3 games, they've just been running over Bobrovsky, running over the Panthers, and they just get the job done each time. I was thinking before I was going to make this recap, what's something that I could say possibly? I mean, in the first round, they played the LA Kings. They kind of dominated that series, not going to lie. Passed them. Then they played the Vancouver Canucks. It got a little more tricky in that second round, but they were down 3-2 in the series, went to Game 7, and they won it. And then they played Dallas. They were down 2-1 in that series, and they come back and they win that series. I know these series leads are like 1 game apart, but that being said, when they got to the finals, they played the Florida Panthers. They're down 3-0. They come back and tie the series up 3 games apiece, and we're going back to Sunrise for Game 7. Gonna be a packed crowd. I'm gonna say Florida, they don't get much fans at their games in the regular season, at least. They've been doing pretty well these playoffs, but there's gonna be a lot of people at the game watching in person and watching on TV. I'm sure there's some anxious Edmonton fans, anxious Canadian fans. I mean, the last team to get this close to the Stanley Cup was Vancouver when they went to Game 7 with Boston back in 2011, 13 years ago, I believe. Yeah, a very long time ago. So this is the closest we're getting to a Stanley Cup in a very long time. And the last Canadian team to win the Stanley Cup was back in 1993. If you do your calculations there, that's 31 years ago. This slump is almost a full-grown adult. Like, that is just wild. We need to have a cup back here soon. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of Canadians watching, a lot of Americans watching, cheering for both Florida and Edmonton. I know most Kings fans and Calgary fans, most fans in the West, I know that aren't really cheering for Edmonton, because I mean, Calgary had that rivalry with Edmonton. LA, they just keep losing to them, so I mean, you kind of gotta respect that. And then there's some other fans, maybe like Vancouver, because they got eliminated by them. Dallas as well, possibly. But then Florida, I mean, here in Newfoundland, most people are cheering for Edmonton from what I know of, and then probably most of the Maritime as well, Maritime provinces. Then maybe Quebec and Ontario. I don't know much of Ontario because I know that the Leafs fans are pretty upset about Zach Hyman, as he had one of the goals in this game. Might as well mention the goals, why not? We have a full goal in the first goal of the game for Edmonton. He's probably the most underrated player on Edmonton, in my opinion. Then Adam Henrique is able to get one for Edmonton. Yeah, that was a pretty nice goal, nice pass from Yanmark. And then Draisaitl had a nice pass on the first goal. And then we had 2 empty net goals, actually. But before that, Zach Hyman scored on the breakaway. That goal pretty much put the nail in the coffin, as Edmonton wins that one 5-1. Barkov did make it 3-1 in the third period, but Edmonton's able to get 2 empty net goals, one from Ryan McLeod and the other from Darnell Nurse. I'm going to talk a little bit about that Darnell Nurse one, though, because Stuart Skinner made an unbelievable save before that puck went down the ice and crossed the line. He just made that save with the like the lower end of his paddle, and it went down the other way, and they scored. And that means we're going back to Game 7. It feels like it's been a while since it's been Stanley Cup Finals Game 7. I think last one was Boston and St. Louis, if I'm wrong. Correct me down below. But it's going to be a close series, because I know that last year it went to 5 games. Then the year before that, it went 6 games. And the year before that one, it was 5 games. Yeah. And then 2020, the Tampa Dallas series, I believe it was 6 or 5 games. But now we're going back to 7. So it's going to be an interesting Game 7. I will be making my last recap of the year, at least. Probably we'll do a couple more recaps next year. I'm not too sure what for yet, but I'm really enjoying these recaps. So that's pretty much it for today's video, guys. I hope you enjoyed. If you do like this video, you can like this video. You can subscribe if you really liked it. We're on the road to 300 subscribers. You can hit that subscribe button down below. I really appreciate it. That's it for this video, guys. Play La Bamba, baby. We're going to Game 7.